Hi, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Chad Sports Talk. If you don't know already, my name is Chad, and we take a dive in the world of sports. In this really quick turnaround video, recently found an article down on Saturday Down South about the future of the American Athletic and their expansion talks. There's a previous article out there, I think it was from CBS. I did post a video on that one as well, how they were targeting Boise State, San Diego State, Air Force, Colorado State. Now, I have said that all four probably will not make it, especially Boise State. They are looking for an invite from the Big 12, which is still a possibility, along with Memphis. I think San Diego State might be looking maybe possibly Pac-12 if they decide to move beyond 12 and increase their footprint. And I kind of saw the draw between Air Force and Colorado State, but I didn't think they'll go because I think Mountain West itself is a better conference, the American. But apparently things are heating up in that department for both Air Force and Colorado State. Now, kind of scrolling through this article and some Twitter feeds. So, they confirmed that Colorado State and Air Force are heavily involved in talks leaving the Mountain West and join the American. These are getting closer, but they're not crossed the line yet. Clear desire for the American to add more than two. So definitely, the American's actually looking to increase their size, probably go back to a 12-team conference, because right now they're running at 8. And for Air Force, it brings a service academy in their conference schedule. So it leaves only one between them. Both Air Force, if Air Force and Navy are both in the same conference, it only leaves Army as a non-conference game, which I think kind of benefits all involved. That means Air Force can continue adding other ones. And you keep that Air Force Colorado State rivalry intact. American stretches over to the Rockies now. So it's definitely, an interesting aspect. Kind of look at that. You can also, refer along these Twitter feeds. It kind of says, can also report that San Diego State and Boise State are heavily courted by the AAC, but balked. What the understanding is, Boise is waiting and hoping for eventual invite from the Big 12. So it's definitely interesting to see that these things are heating up. To comment and saying, the biggest problem right now is no one has faith in Craig Thompson as the commissioner, and there is growing concern about the league. Now, I've not heard any rumblings from the Mountain West about these particular things, and there's always rumbles of the, you start seeing conference realignment of conferences kind of, fighting and jockeying for position. I know Mountain West is actually looking at trying to expand themselves, especially trying maybe court Gonzaga to come to the fold to kind of make them a 12-team conference in basketball. But if Air Force Colorado State leaves, I don't think Mountain West has much standing to court a Gonzaga-type program over. But you never know. Once again, college realignment, you have the weirdest combinations you could possibly think of. So let's say the American do grab both Air Force Colorado State. They go to 10. Who they go grab after next? I still say UAB should be their number one target. That's definitely a program on the rise, so definitely get and puts them right there in Birmingham, football-rich area, especially in the state of Alabama. And UTSA is another program's on the rise. And both these programs right now are in Conference USA West. Makes it kind of easy. Just grab those two schools. I can see that actually happening, but like I said, who knows? I mean, they could take, 360, complete 180 and decide to go up to the MAC and steal Toledo and Bowling Green. I mean, it's wacky. It's kind of weird, kind of how things are kind of going. Now, with these talks heating up between Air Force Colorado State with the American Athletic, so things do progress further. Like I said, they definitely going to add 2 more teams beyond that. So, like I said, UAB, UTSA should be, 13, 14. And it's weird kind of how things are kind of heating up, and the Americans are really doing it. Hasn't been any news for a while, so I think they're just trying to get their name out there and trying to keep their interest in the American, and maybe shift some of the focus away from the Big 12 and their possible expansion grabs. Who knows? I mean, it's a weird time right now for college conference realignment. And once I find any news about that, I make sure to get my face in front of this camera and give you all the details that I know and provide you my little insight in this world, which is not much. So I appreciate your time. Hit that thumbs up for me. Yeah, you can subscribe if you wish. If you do, hit that notification bell. I'll let you know next time I post a video. And I'll try to keep you updated as quickly as possible with any further conference realignment. And I'll see you very soon on Chat Sports Talk.